Hello from Zeros, my name is Bogdan, you're on channel Smart Zeros, and today I tell you
about the Dance Kingdom.
Thank you, you heard him. So let's get Time Machine started. Time is like a river that has turned into ice. With these crystal palaces we will build a new world. Smart Zeros is a space where we rule the time, rather than the other way around. Zeros has no past, they simply move to Smart Zeros. I think a lot of guys from my generation saw this show series as a kid. The main characters have exciting fairy tale adventures in it. If you are not yet familiar with this picture, I definitely recommend it for viewing. Here the cheerful atmosphere is intertwined with wisdom and mockery of a number of phenomena that are inherent in modern society: egoism, mercantility, envy, revenge, etc. Friends, since I am focusing on the storyline and the map of kingdoms in this material, I suggest you walk very briefly through this section. So, we have the following cast: Kimberly Williams as Virginia Lewis, Scott Cohen as Wolf, John LaRocca as Anthony Tony Lewis, Diane West as Christine White, Daniel Lapine as Prince Wendell, Rutger Hauer as the Huntsman, Ed O'Neill as Relish the Troll King, and of course Nicely Nice, three young trolls presented by Hugo Garman, John Lewis and Jeremy Burkett. The creators have designed the audio track down to the smallest detail. This refers to both the soundtrack and the sound effects. In addition to atmospheric music that takes you back to the Middle Ages, the hero is also pleased with the variety of bells and one-time sounds that accompany interesting events. For example, the use of mirrors for travel between kingdoms. Similarly, I like the title theme of the serial, and especially I remember the moment when trolls come back from the New York with a tape recorder and listen to the legendary hit from Bee Gees called Night Fever.
Look at this. They are called the Brothers Gibb.
And the song, it concerns a deadly fever that only strikes on Saturdays.
The story begins in New York. There in the Central Park, the heroes are teleported to the Middle Ages, where they find the other 9 kingdoms. The 10th is the Big Apple itself. Interestingly, looking at the map of these lands is traced a clear hint of the real Europe. Now I want to make a preface before I go over the description of each of the 10 kingdoms. The fact is, the visual connection to the map of Europe is not the final thing. Funny links are often shown, which can hardly be called a simple coincidence. Of course, not everything here is saturated with such sarcasm. But it's enough, believe me. I won't point with my finger because, in my opinion, it would be more interesting if everyone analyzes for itself the list placed next. I will only know the fact that I made an analogy with the real parts of the world by subjective impression, so my assumptions are not an axiom, but on the other hand, this material does not pretend to be a categorically true vision of the picture, but simply provides amusing parallels between the particles of the fairy tale scenario and the real world. So meet the First Kingdom, Mediterranean countries, except the Pyrenees. It's ruled by Queen Cinderella and is the oldest and richest of the 9 kingdoms. Its inhabitants are arrogant and romantic, fall in love and marry at an alarming rate. Chronic divorces have led to an abundance of half-brothers and sisters. The kingdom is conservative, old-fashioned and most friendly to all kinds of traditions. The 200-year-old Queen Cinderella is still alive. The official color is blue. The Second Kingdom is northwestern mainland Europe. It's a land of wild forests where scary wolves roam. It's full of bakers, cooks and gingerbread houses. The kingdom is actually divided into northern and southern parts. Queen Riding Hood III rules the northern part and Gradually the Great rules the southern part. Civil wars left the kingdom almost male, with the young girls and their grandmothers becoming the majority of its population. The official color is chocolate. The Third Kingdom is based on Pyrenees Peninsula. It's ruled by trolls and giants. A long time ago, in these lands, brave Jack planted a bean seed. Since then, the entire Third Kingdom has been overgrown with huge beans. Actual stems have sucked all the juice out of the ground and so nothing else grows on it. Giants live in clouds. They gradually die now due to alcoholism and low birth rates. Trolls rule in a desolate land. Our parallel universe is already a densely populated place and it's called the Russian-speaking internet, but it's a different story. It's a large and unmanned kingdom with a military form of government. The Fourth Kingdom, Central Europe, except Switzerland. It was in this kingdom that Snow White was once born and became queen long ago. The current ruler is Prince Wendell, who remained in the shadow of Snow White. His parents were poisoned by the evil Queen Kristen Lewis. The Fourth Kingdom is located in the middle of fabulous lands and borders all other kingdoms. This explains its strategic importance. The official color is green. Russia is the Fifth Kingdom. Since American scriptwriters love to brighten up these ages in all sorts of angles, the Fifth Kingdom is ruled by the Naked King 6. All kinds of excesses thrive here. The main occupation of the fat and greedy inhabitants of the kingdom is beer and sausage festivals. Lying and corrupting are seen as quite normal here. The official color is purple. The Sixth Kingdom is British and Irish Islands. Lady Rapunzel once ruled. Its entire population, including Sleeping Beauty, was immersed in a dream many centuries ago, and no one can break these charms. The kingdom is surrounded by a huge barbed wall. Only the smartest travelers can bypass and penetrate the many set traps. The official color is pink. The Seventh Kingdom, Northern Europe, except the northern part of the Scandinavian peninsula. Rulers are Erwin, Queen November, and Erwin, King Olaf. This kingdom can be seen only at sunrise or at sunset. The elves have small wings on their backs. These charming creatures live in the banks of large lakes. By nature, they are neither friendly nor hostile. They are dressed in all colors of the rainbow. The northern part of the Scandinavian peninsula is the Eighth Kingdom. The Snow Queen rules here. It's completely covered in snow and ice. anger and cruelty reign here. By the rocky base of the south, there are several fishing villages. The north is almost completely wild. People here are withdrawn and extremely hostile to strangers. They adore animals and believe in magic. The Snow Queen dreams of ruling all 9 kingdoms. The official color is white. Switzerland is another kingdom. It's inhabited by dwarves. It's a wall of underground tunnels and passages under the surface of all other kingdoms. Previously they were inhabited by dragons. Now they contain Snow White's tomb. Dwarves make magic mirrors and are extremely suspicious. They do banking in all 9 kingdoms. The only overground settlement is a small but thriving banking town. The dwarves who have remained loyal to the late Snow White live in alliance with the 4th kingdom. And finally USA is the 10th kingdom. All inhabitants of the 9 kingdoms know the legends of the mysterious 10th kingdom. Since then, the children of the Joker Troll King have infiltrated the magic mirrors and found themselves in New York. And after that, its existence is no longer a myth to all other kingdoms. It's a country of high technology and overpopulated cities. In the surreal, this kingdom is also known by other name, the United States of America. So, with this material I would like to prove that looking for logical patterns is not always boring. You just need to come to such work with enthusiasm and it will immediately turn into a fun and interesting activity. So, analytical enthusiasm to you, friends! I'll see you in new materials.